What's up, everybody, and welcome to Hoarding Wombat Collectibles. Today we're going to open this Duskmourn Bundle Box as we look for a razonkin needlehead, which I've heard has been leading the mono-red charge against vivi, cauldron, and standard right now. I got this from Steel City Collectibles for a while ago for about $42.95, which is actually a great price as they're going for $74.96 on TCG Player right now, so we'll use the higher price as our target. But let's dig into it. So, editor, do the thing. I was going to wait until October to open this up, just to have a little bit of a, kind of Halloween-themed stuff, but once I heard everybody talking about razonkin needlehead, I figured I'd open it up right now, see if I can get back into standard a little bit. It does come with this little, it's kind of creepy twins, little poster, just an ad for Duskmourn 2. But then you get the box. I believe this is the main antagonist. I forgot what his name was. I forgot what it was, but looked into the lore a little bit. Not super big on the lore of Duskmourn. I heard the side stories are really good. But when you get this box, you also get the counters and everything like that. If you watch my last video, these counters can be used as a nice kind of easy alternative for some -1, -1, +1, +1, flying, all these death touch and all that stuff. And also the dividers too are pretty nice. The punch outs are pretty fun. So there you go. It also comes with 15 foil lands and 15 non-foil lands and the promo card. We'll go through those first. But if you do want to just skip ahead to the packs, I'll put some chapters in there. So we'll start with I believe these are the non-foil lands. Open this up. Yeah, the non-foil lands. All right. So this is also the full art lands, which are pretty nice. I actually did like these ones. You get Valgavoth in the back over there. So there you go. Plains. You got an island full art, swamp full art, mountain full art, forest full art, and then you have the regular basics: plains, another plains, another island, swamp, another swamp, a mountain, another mountain, forest, another forest, and then we have just kind of reminder cards. Nothing really, just how to cast spells and stuff. So it's kind of for a beginner person product, but I just do like the storage boxes because I do like to keep all of my cards from the set in these storage boxes. So then you have the promo. This is Grievous Wounds. So this is I don't think this is really worth anything. It's pretty high cost, but enchanted player can't gain life. Whenever enchanted player is dealt damage, they lose half their life rounded up, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, so Grievous Wounds, this is actually an alternate art. The bundle boxes always have the alternate art. Then we have a plains foil. Oh, we'll just do a little bit like that. We have the plains foil. We have an island foil, full art. Swamp full art. Mountain full art. Forest full art. All these are in foil. Plains foil, another plains foil, island foil, swamp foil, mountain foil, forest foil, and that's it. So there we go. That's all the lands and everything like that. I don't know if the lands spiked in price for all of those full art lands. I'll have to check. Let's see. But you'll see it right up here. So then you get your 9 play boosters, which is pretty nice. Glad they have 9 in there and the play boosters. I do like this die, this Spindown. It's some nice colors. I like the little swirls and everything in there. I do have this is the Duskmourn House of Horrors bundle, or the specialty bundle. This one actually glows in the dark. This one I do not think glows in the dark, but they are pretty nice. I like them. So we'll get into the packs, which everybody's been waiting for. All right, start with this one. There we go. Oh, this was cut. That's weird. This is definitely sealed, so I don't think anyone messed with this. But it's a little weird. All right, we have Moldering Gym and Weight Room. Kind of these double, and you can unlock the room cards. Stalked Researcher. Cult Healer. It's cool. Human Doctor. Boiler Bilge's Ripper. Resurrected Cultist. Horrid Vigor. Murder, just classic card. Oh, took 2. Found Footage. Coordinated Clobbering. That's nice. You actually see Tyvar and Simone. They're both fighting in this realm over here. They got to kind of get like separated and cast off and have to fight just together. It's a little weird how the house works. Every time you go into a room, it kind of like changes the way you came back, so it's a little hard to get back. Fear of isolation. It's all just based on like your fears and everything like that. Painter Studio and Defaced Gallery. So that's another room you can unlock. And then Kona Rescue Beastie. I actually heard really good things about this. I think this was part of, I don't know, part of that thing where you can get a bunch of stuff out really quick. The beginning of your second main phase, if Kona Rescue Beastie is tapped, you may put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. Yeah, so that was pretty crazy. I think when they were trying to get the bigger things out, like Valgavoth out and what was it, Atraxa, when they had those domain decks. So that's pretty cool. Kona Rescue Beastie. Then we got a Forest, and then we got Cautious Survivor in the foil, and then we just have a Glimmer token with a Manifest token on the other side. That's pretty good. I don't know if Rescue Beastie is still pretty expensive, but I know when the set first came out, it was definitely a really good card. Spine Seeker Centipede. Obviously, Valgavoth is a pretty good one to get in here too. There's a Scream, something like that. I have to remember what that one was. Spine Seeker Centipede. Nice Insect. Erratic Apparition. Hardened Escort. I did want to make kind of like a Survivors deck when this first came out, but I wasn't able to find anything that actually like worked well. Hardened Vicious Clown, which is cool. I did also want to make like a toy deck with Annabella, and there was also the masked guy. Can't think of his name right now. The Balloon Man. Belmerk Leech. Slavering Branch Snapper. Seized from Slumber. Anthropede. Skullstab Nuisance. I do like that artwork, that little guy. Optimistic Scavenger. A Saw. That's cool. Come Back Wrong. That's cool. That's kind of reminds me of like Evil Dead type stuff. See, that's why you always burn the bodies. Ripped Saw Hunter. And then we have an island. And then we have a Painter Studio and Defaced Gallery again, but this is in the foil. And then we have a horror token. That is pretty horrific. And then they should never given us this much power. I guess that's for Chaos or whatever. Probably Secret Lair or something like that. Chaos Vault. Keep going. Oh, we'll make sure these aren't blocking our view. Then we have Enter the Enigma. That's the Wanderer in there. I didn't like, they made these like fate shifters or something in the story where it was automatically everyone was able to like basically they were supposed to do something, but then it automatically changed and like, oh no, they somehow didn't get killed. Like it was just them seeing the future, what they could have done. But it was like, I don't know, I really didn't like it. But that's the Wanderer stepping through there. We have Friendly Ghost, which is a pretty good card. We have Impossible Inferno. We have Derelict Attic and Widow's Walk. Then we have another Moldering Gym and Weight Room. I know there's I have the Commander, the 5-color Commander for like unlocking rooms, but I haven't made that yet. Stalked Researcher. It's pretty cool. Glimmerlight. It's a pretty good one. No, it creates a lot of tokens and stuff like that. Fanatic Strength. Fear of Imposters. That's kind of cool. I liked these fear cards. It was they really did a good job of like kind of embodiment of the fear. So Fear of the Imposters. Betrayer's Bargain. Nico. Winter 2 Nico. So Winter is the guy that's on the cover over here. I totally forgot what his name was. He's kind of the minion for Valgavoth, and then ends up, spoilers, he turns on everybody after that. So Betrayer's Bargain. Inquisitive Glimmer. I think this was pretty good in Zorius decks during like when this was just in pre-release. I know this was used a lot. Zimone All Questioning. I have one of these cards. I've never used it. It's a lot of math. Razor Trap Gorge. These are pretty good just to have. The dual lands, it enters tapped unless your player has 13 or less life, which is pretty good, comes in handy. And then another foil Cult Healer. And then we have a little art card for Nashi, Searcher in the Dark, looking for Tamio, so some sort of like I don't know, like Spirit of Tamio, I think it was. Tunnel Surveyor, that's another human detective. Fear of Surveillance, do like that one. I just thought that was kind of cool. All of the eyes like looking at each other. Definitely really cool. Cool embodiment of the fear for surveillance. Its unblinking gaze sees every flaw, every shame, every humiliating moment you wish you could forget. It's cool. Turn inside out. That is pretty cool. I do like the artwork in this. Just the crazy feared artwork. Even though it's a hat set, it still was pretty good. Fear of the Dark, Bashful Beastie. Murder again. We have Bedhead Beastie. Coordinated Clobbering again. Fear of Isolation. And then we have Painter Studio and Defaced Gallery. We have a lot of these right now. Brood Spinner. I do like this little guy. It's kind of a cute little spider. There we go. Blazemeyer Verge. I actually have one of these already. So this is nice. It could go on. I do have a standard deck that is Rakdos. I just wanted to do like a Rakdos Crimes deck where it kind of just does all the crimes and makes mercenaries and stuff like that. So Blazemeyer Verge. It's cool. One of the nice lands. Then you have a Plains. And then Fear of Immobility. And then we have a treasure token. That's a really cool treasure token. And then we have just an ad card on the back. All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. Let's open this one up. We have another Cult Healer. And then we have Boiler Village's Ripper. I'm gonna get the other Boiler Village's the Razorkin Needlehead. Resurrected Cultist. Horrid Vigor. And then we have Meat Locker and Drowned Diner. It's cool. We have Glimmer Burst. Malevolent Chandelier. Just an evil chandelier coming after you. Defiant Survivor. Has Survival Mechanic. The beginning of your upkeep of your second main phase of Defiant Survivor is tapped. Manifest Dread. Look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put 1 into the battlefield face down. Manifest Dread to a 2/2 creature, and you could turn it up at any time for its mana cost if it's a creature. For the Defiant Survivor, like with the survival mechanic, I thought that might have like played into what is the new there's a new Boros a guy from Edge of Eternities, Sammy has like a lot of things to do with like tap creatures, so I thought that might make us a resurgent, but I really haven't heard any decks that were made that way. So Defiant Survivor, Exercise. Exile target artifact, enchantment, or creature with 4 or greater. That's cool. Get Out. Shroud Stomper. That's pretty cool. I haven't seen this one yet. Death Touch. 5/5. Screaming Nemesis. This is the other card that was really good. I think this is one of the best cards in the set. So it has haste. Whenever Screaming Nemesis is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to any other target. If the player is dealt damage this way, they can't gain life for the rest of the game, which is pretty insane. So Screaming Nemesis, awesome card. I will be putting that in my standard Rakdos deck probably. She sees the faces of those who wronged her and everyone she encounters. That is cool. That is a really cool card. Awesome card. Definitely makes it worth it. Then we have Peculiar Lighthouse, another one of those tapped lands unless you have 13 or less life. And then we have a Cynical Loner, the foil, nice survivor as well. Then we have a Glimmer token, and then a Manifest token on the back. That's great. I'm glad that we got the Screaming Nemesis. That's pretty nice. So I was just watching a video on the Razorkin Needlehead deck that also is in there as well. We have Underwater Tunnel and Slimy Aquarium. That's pretty cool. Then we have Emerge from the Cocoon. Turn target creature from the graveyard to the battlefield. You gain 3 life. That's pretty nice. Rip Chain Razorkin. Not the Razorkin we're looking for. But that's pretty cool. Listen to that tasty squelch. Good hit. Come here now, little meat bag. That's cool. Fanatic of the Harrowing. Grasping Longneck. Nice enchantment creature horror. Give into Violence. Monstrous Emergence. Let's play a game. Nice Saw reference over there. Shard Mage's Rescue. This was actually also in the Razorkin, a Razorkin deck I was looking at. So that's pretty cool. Just to kind of protect your Razorkin. Beastie Beatdown. Razorkin Horde Caller. Leyline of Hope. Alright, nice. There we go. I don't know if this one was actually worth a lot. I know Leyline of the other Leyline that's in this set, I think is worth a little bit more. But that's pretty cool. Leyline Hope. I think I have a couple of those. Then we have another foil, borderless mountain, the full art mountain. Then we have a foil Commune with Evil. And then we have a little arena, just unlocked to play. Another way to play. Alright, we have 3 left. Let's see what we can get. Let's get that Razorkin. Or just Shelter by Ghost would be nice too. I wanted to put a Shelter by Ghost in like a mono white deck that I have. Possessed Goat. Most Valuable Slayer. That's pretty fun. Cracked Skull. Say Its Name. I think this one is pretty good. In like kind of lower, when you're playing on Arena, you get those like pre-made standard decks. I think this was used a lot. Piranha Fly. Fish Insect. Grand Entry and Elegant Rotunda. Let's get that in focus. There we go. Come on. There we go. All right. Then we have Friendly Teddy. This is a nice little bear toy. Did want to make it, like I said, I want to make a toy deck. Threats around every corner. Piggy Bank, nice board toy. I want to make that toy deck. Veteran Survivor, again with the Survivor mechanic. Valgavoth's Faithful, a human cleric. These like they have like a moth like thing to them. They have these weird like moth masks and all these different moth things. The Tale of Tameo, it's pretty nice. So that's Scroll of Tameo, a little legendary enchantment saga, a foil mountain, innocuous rat, and then we just have another little art series that was for just I think a Plains, yeah. All right, 2 more packs. Let's see what we get. We have Don't Make a Sound. There we go. Shepherding Spirits. Ragged Playmate. I actually don't have this one, so I'll add that to my toy deck. Fear of Lost Teeth. I thought this was really cool. Cautious Survivor. I have a bunch of those. Bear Trap. Nice. Trapped in the Screen. I think this one was pretty good. Rootwise Survivor. Cynical Loner again. Then we have a Bottomless Pool and a Locker Room. Then we have Fear of Infinity. That's cool. I didn't even think that would be a fear, but that's cool. Oh my god, that is pretty awesome. We have Valgavoth Terror Eater, and that is in the showcase art, the borderless showcase art. That is awesome. We got some 2 crazy cards in this set. Mountain, and then a Creeping Peeper, and then an Everywhere token. I think these actual tokens are actually worth a little bit. I don't have the guy that gives you the Everywhere tokens. I think it's Overlord of the Hauntwoods. All right, one more. Let's do Fear of Surveillance. Here we go. Razorkin Rip Chain. Fear of the Dark. Bashful Beastie. Tunnel Surveyor. Emerge from the Cocoon. Unmurder. Intruding Soul Rager. Glimmer Seeker. Vengeful Possession. Let's see what we get. Unwilling Vessel. Uncommons. Unholy Annex and Ritual Chamber. That's pretty cool. For a rare enchantment, and then we have an island, and then Osseous Stick Twister, Scarecrow. I did want to make a Scarecrow deck as well in the foil, and then a horror and an ad card. No Razorkin, but we did get some amazing cards. We got the Screaming Nemesis. We got that Valgavoth. That is pretty awesome. Where's that Valgavoth? Come here, Valgavoth. Where are you? We'll see. There we go. Valgavoth. But yeah, you'll see all the totals up there. I think we probably made our money back on this one, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, if you like these videos, I have other bundle boxes that I open up. And I did open up the other type of bundle that you have on here, so that's pretty cool. If you want to see that, I'll put a little link to there. But besides that, thanks everybody, and have a good day.